Hello everyone and welcome to day 5 of Shark Week, and today I'll be having a look at a cordless vacuum cleaner, this Shark Wandvac. Regular viewers may remember I've shown you a Wandvac before that Shark kindly gave me to review, but this is the deluxe version with twin batteries and the mini motorised pet tool. Okay, without any further ado, I'm going to take everything out of the box and we'll see what's included. There's a little bit of assembly to do, and then I'll get on to demonstrating this very slim cordless cleaner. Here's everything out of the box. First of all, we have the dock plate, the charging post. This is what the cleaner sits on to charge up when not in use, but it also holds the spare battery, so both batteries can charge at the same time. We've got the mains adapter that plugs into the dock. This is the motorised carpet and floor tool. It's got fairly soft nylon brushes and also these little flexible fins to help dislodge dirt. And you've got a velour soft piece here at the back to stop dirt from being flicked behind. You'll also notice that there are gaps at the front, so that helps it to pick up dirt without pushing it in front of the floor head. So it goes without saying that this is the anti-hair wrap technology as well, so it shouldn't get too clogged up with hair during use. This is the spare battery that you only get with the deluxe model. The standard model only comes with one battery. Here's your dual purpose dusting brush. Take off the brush and it becomes a furniture nozzle for all your soft furnishings. This is the mini motorised tool, again incorporating an anti-hair wrap brush roll. And finally, here's your crevice tool for your nooks and crannies. This is the wand of the Shark Wandvac in a very nice deep blue colour metallic finish. And finally, here's the Wandvac itself. The first thing we need to do is assemble the dock. So if we take the charging post, it just slides in to the dock like so. Just push it all the way home. It should click into position. There we go. Then you take your mains lead from the adapter, and you'll see just at the back here there's a socket to take the lead, and it will only go in one way. You can see it's a particular shape there. So it goes this way up, like so. You then need to decide where to place the dock. Obviously it has to be near a mains socket. This cable is about 1.8 meters long, so it's a fairly long cable. So I'll plug that in now. Now that the dock is plugged in, I can start charging the spare battery. It only fits in one way. Just locate it into the column, press it down, and this white light will start to pulsate. If you don't want to use the dock, you can charge one battery at a time while it's fitted inside the cleaner. Simply connect the plug from the charger directly to the socket here below the nozzle opening. When charging the cleaner either directly or fitted to the dock, a white light will start to pulsate to show you how full the battery is. All 3 lights will eventually light up, and when the battery is fully charged, all the lights will go out. Because I own a Wandvac, I've taken the fully charged battery from that one and fitted it to this new one, so I don't have to wait 3.5 hours to start demonstrating this machine. There's a single on-off switch here at the top. Press it once to turn on, and once to turn off. You don't have to keep your finger on the trigger or keep your thumb pressed on the button. It stays on once you've pressed the button. Just underneath the handle here, there's another button. This is a boost button to give you a temporary boost of suction. Just below the handle on either side of the cleaner, you'll find 2 buttons that you pull up to release whatever accessory you've got attached to the machine. So for example, if I was to pop the dusting brush directly onto the cleaner, it clicks securely into position. That will not remove from the machine until you squeeze the triggers. Just pull them up and that releases the nozzle. Just below the power switch there's a release button that opens the dust cup for emptying. So you simply hold the Wandvac over a bin, slide the button down and the dust cup springs open. As the dust cup only has a small capacity, you will need to empty the Wandvac after each use. Shark recommend you clean the filter on a monthly basis. To access it, we first need to open the dirt container and then press on this button here to remove the dirt container and the filter. The filter's here at the top, just pulls out and that can be cleaned under running water. You can also rinse the dirt container if you want to. It does open a little bit further. And you can take out this part here. That will also rinse under running water as well. Before you reassemble everything, make sure it's 100% dry. So up to 24 hours. Just make sure this goes back in. It'll only go in one way. It's a bit fiddly. It'll just suddenly go down. There we go. Make sure that's seated properly. And then you can pop the clean and dry filter back in the top. Make sure it's pushed fully home. And then we can reassemble it back into the machine. Just slide it in. It'll click into position and then you can close the dirt bin. All the tools supplied with the Wandvac will fit directly to the machine or the end of the wand, and that includes the anti-hair wrap head. So if you want to give your stairs a deep clean, you can actually fit it directly to the Wandvac and switch on. And you'll give your stairs a thorough deep clean. It's quite heavy and bulky to do it like that. You might not want to use this head every single time you clean your stairs, but maybe once a month if you want to give your stairs an extra clean. But you can of course use the mini motorized tool as well. This is ideal for the stairs, inside your car, your upholstery, pet bedding, etc. Fits directly to the cleaner or of course onto the end of the wand. And that will deal with pet hairs and more difficult litter. It's ideal for car mats as well. And of course we've got the crevice tool that fits onto the end like so. The wand, of course, you need to use that when cleaning up high or when you're using it to clean carpets and hard floors. The wand clicks in very securely and again releases with the two buttons either side of the machine. Pull them up and you can pull the wand out. So again, you can put any of the accessories onto the end of the wand. To release an accessory from the end of the wand, press on this grey button and the accessory comes away. To clean carpets and hard floors, attach the floor nozzle to the end of the wand until it clicks into position. It's time I tried out the Shark Wandvac on my living room carpet. I'm going to start off in the standard mode, but I will squeeze the boost trigger just briefly just to see how difficult or easy it is to push when in boost. Okay, here goes. Yes, that's fine. I had no trouble pushing the Shark Wandvac on my Saxony carpet on the regular setting or on boost. One thing I will say about this cleaner, it will not stand up on its own. So if you leave it, it will fall down. So you can lean it up against a wall or of course put it back into its charging dock. Because the Shark Wandvac is only designed for quick pickups, it doesn't have the capacity of a full-sized vacuum cleaner, so I haven't been able to put down a load of dirt as I would with a normal vacuum cleaner, a full-sized mains or a larger rechargeable machine. But anyway, I've put down a fair amount of dirt. I've got some red sand here, some rolled oats and some red lentils. I think that will just about fill up the capacity of the Wandvac, but let's have a go. We'll see if it can remove all this mess. I could hear the motor straining a little bit as I was picking up all that dirt, but it has removed everything from this rug. Now obviously the Shark Wandvac isn't designed for big messes. It's for quick cleanups, quick pickups, just cleaning your kitchen floor. If you've got a little spillage in your living room, just clean it with that. Use it on your stairs, quickly clean out your car, inside of cupboards, drawers, etc. It's not here to replace your mains powered or even your full-sized cordless cleaner. This is a grab and go machine. Saying that, if you live in a small apartment with mainly hard floors, couple of rugs, this could be your only cleaner. So let's empty out the dirt. Obviously normally you would hold this over a bin. And there you can see all the dirt I've picked up, including a bit of fluff as well from the rug. So all in all, for such a slim, lightweight machine, it's pretty impressive. I've got some dog hair here. Thank you, Daisy, for yet again supplying an endless amount of dog hair for my demonstrations. So I'm going to rub this onto my carpet. I'm going to try out the anti-hair wrap head. And I'm also going to put some of this on some upholstery, and we'll try out the mini motorized tool as well and see if that remains hair free. Right, well, I think let's try and spread it out a bit more, Daisy May. Right, that'll do. Let's see if the Shark Wandvac can pick up all Daisy's hair. Well, that was pretty impressive. Daisy was absolutely flabbergasted by that, weren't you, Daisy? Thank you very much again for your hair, which should now be... Yes, all right. You'll get your foodies later. Now, Daddy's working. Let's have a look. Ooh, look at that. There we go. All Daisy's hair in a nice fluffy ball collected by the Shark Wandvac. Okay, I'll try and recycle this hair. I might have to get some fresh, and we'll pop on the anti-hair wrap mini motorized tool. That was pretty impressive. It's not quite as powerful as using the main anti-hair wrap head. Took a few more passes, but it did get all Daisy's hair off the footstool. Let's have a look at the underside. Yep, can't see any hair at all. And we'll check the main floor head as well. And as you can see, it's still free of any of Daisy's hair. It's all been sucked up into the machine. Another spillage in the kitchen. I forgot to hold the Wandvac over the bin when I pressed the bin empty button, but hopefully we'll be able to pick it up. I'll spread it out a bit. This has come out of the Wandvac, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to go back into the Wandvac. Let's spread it out a bit. Now this, even over a large kitchen, is a lot of dirt. As I said, we use our Wandvac, the one previous that I've shown you on the channel. This just gets used on a daily basis just to keep everything spick and span. So it's very rare that there'd be this much dirt on the floor at one time, but I like to give these vacuums a thorough test. Okay, there we go. Let's see how well the Wandvac picks up on a hard floor. Well folks, that's nearly the end of today's video on the Shark Wandvac. So good, I bought it twice. Well, not strictly true. Shark gifted me this one to review a few months ago, but I liked it so much I decided to buy another one, and I wanted the upgraded version. I think it's worth spending the extra because you do get 2 batteries and of course the mini motorized tool. So all in all, for around £200 to £220 depending on the model, these represent good value for money if you want a cleaner for those quick pickups. I've reviewed a Dyson Micro on my channel costing £400, and that doesn't even clean carpets. So if you're looking for something to grab and go, and you don't want just a handheld, you want something that can also clean your carpets and your hard floors, then I would recommend the Shark Wandvac. Couple of things: it is quite noisy, a bit ear-splittingly noisy to be honest. It's a shame, but it does such a good job, I'll forgive a perforated eardrum. No, it's not that bad, but it is noisy, as I'm sure headphone users will agree with me. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions about this Shark Wandvac or this Shark Wandvac, please comment below. And don't forget, tune in, same time, same place tomorrow for another video in Shark Week. Bye for now.